Hello guys, Garcia here. This is part 9 of our Eye of the Beholder playthrough. So as you guys can see, we are back here in the Dart Corridor, as I'm calling this place here. So let's rest a little bit before we finish. Oh, actually I rested in the final part of the last episode. Alright, so let's go back. As you guys remember, this big hall ahead here is full of enemies, so we need to clear them out first. If they don't clear us before that. So let's see if I can lure him right here. Alright, we can handle 2 for now. But there's more. There's like 6 or 7. Come on. Okay. So after this, we are going to go back a level, so we can finally get the final eggs. We have like 2 or 3 that we didn't get before. And then we are finally going to meet the Drows for the first time. Well, there you go. So it is working. I'm avoiding using the fireballs here, just in case, right? When the enemies are on that side, it's way easier for Manami to hit them with the bow and arrows here. Alright, so there's probably more. It might not even be like a bad idea to group them up, since we are fully rested now. So we can just take them all out with a couple of fireballs. But let's see. Oh my god. Cannot face them sideways, right? Oh my god. It really is an entire group. Luckily we have a bunch of fireballs here. Should be enough. Again. There you go. That's the good old D&D player right there. I don't know how to solve a problem or solve a puzzle or defeat an enemy. What do? Fireball. There you go, problem solved. That's a tale as old as time here. So this is the side that has nothing that we opened before. This is the spot that I shouldn't have clicked. Alright. So yeah, I think on this side we really don't have anything else to do here. So I think we are ready to just go to the next level. So as I said, we don't need to look for the next stone item, because we are going to get it later. So the one hold up we had here, we don't have anymore. So this is the place in which we open the stairs. So we are going to go back here pretty soon. So we are just going to go back a little bit so we can get a few more of the eggs. And before we go to the next level, we need to have all the eggs in the inventory so we can trade them to the Dark Elves. I'm going by memory, by the way. I think that's how you proceed here, but I'm not 100% sure. So we have 1 egg here. I think there are like 2 or 3 I didn't get, so we need to explore here a little bit. This is the place where we jumped, right? The 2 holes on the 2 sides, yeah. Oh my god. Come on. Well, I didn't know We still had enemies here. But as I said before, I actually don't know to this day if there's like a respawn mechanic in this game. The only way to really check would be like to return to the sewers, for example, to see if there's more of those like green creatures. But you can't return once you go down, so not possible to check that. Okay, I came through here, so I'm just rechecking. Maybe this is just the only one? It's possible, but I could swear there was another one somewhere. Oh my god. That's the one good part about the game being slow. If you have space, you can just run. That's actually the method to kill the beholder, actually. Or at least like fight him in a more like optimal way. Just basically to kind of fight him sideways. It's a difficult concept to explain, but once you understand that this game is like basically everything moves at a snail's pace, so you can just basically hit and run constantly, especially in the DOS version, because the DOS version in my opinion is like slightly faster than this one. So you can just like hit and run and never get hit for the most part. Obviously that doesn't work as well with like ranged attacks, but it does work with melee. So I'm going to assume that is just one egg that we need. Okay. This was the area, I think, in which we killed the mage. Oh, there you go. That's the place I wanted. So, because I remember there was another egg, at least one. Maybe there's one more. But hopefully it's only these two here. Okay, so we are back on the big hall here. So just rechecking the adjacent rooms here. I think we are done. Hopefully. So let's go. So the nest is on the other side. Always keeping an eye open for extra enemies here. Alright, let's close this. Just to be safe, right? Alright, so who's carrying? So Manam is carrying them. Please tell me. Oh, there you go, guys. So as you can see, we have like this huge room now. Special quest for this level. Now, what is the quest? I don't know. Oh, there you go. So Chieftain Halberd, or Halberd, I don't know how to pronounce this word. Two-handed weapon. I don't think my paladin can use this, actually. Oh, actually he can. But probably it's more useful to give it to Anya, or is it? I think maybe her having 2 attacks with her strength being this high is probably better. So I'm actually going to give it to my paladin here. I'm pretty sure this item is a positive magical item, like a +3 or +4 or something like that, maybe even +5. But as I told you guys many times before, I can't check that. I can check if it's magical, but I can't check what type of enchantment is present on the item. I needed the Orb of Knowledge. So let's just rearrange a little bit of the inventory here. And I'm actually going to memorize my spells again, because I need to make sure that I have at least like a couple of remove paralysis. And I have to actually create food too. As you guys can see, her bar is like midway. If this thing works like I'm thinking, I think we're going to be safe in the next level. But after that, I'm not so sure anymore. So we are probably going to have to fight anyway. So having the remove paralysis might save a character or two, depending on the situation. Okay, so now we have all the eggs back. Let me count. I should have done this before. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. We have 10 eggs. Exactly 10 eggs. So hopefully that's precisely what we need. So we need to go back to the place with the stairs here. It's on that side. I'm just checking this side here real quick. So yeah, nothing else I think. So before I go down, I'm going to just check my spells again here. Maybe we even like want an extra level, I don't know. So the mage is using magic missiles, the acid arrow, the fireballs. I don't see any reason to change it yet. And I don't have a fourth circle spell yet. Petition, let's see if the paladin can use spells now. Not yet. So let's check the cleric. So cure light wounds, 5 slow poisons. I don't know if we need all that much slow poison anymore, so we're going to just do it like this. 1 create food and 2 remove paralysis, so we didn't get any extra spell on this circle here. Alright, so create food, remove paralysis, cure serious, neutral poison. I don't know if I need to do this right now. Maybe not, probably not. So I'm gonna go with this. So before I rest, I'm just going to use the create food spell. Okay. Now let's rest. This is the part of the game that really like separates the fan base, so to speak. A lot of people love these levels, I love these levels, and a lot of people absolutely hate these levels. A lot of people like quit the game because they are very complicated to navigate. It's a darker level, literally, visually speaking. So it's more annoying to remember where you're going and stuff. So let's go, and hopefully it's going to work, our egg hunt here. A drow patrol squad stops you from advancing. The patrol leader eyes you with contempt and snarls. Okay, trollbait. Give me one reason why I shouldn't run you to the slave pens. I can attack, and I can bribe. So let's try to bribe. The patrol leader hefts a Kenku egg with approval. A bit young, but potentially useful. He turns his dark gaze back to you. Alright, you can pass, but keep out of our way. The drow patrol leader takes all the Kenku eggs from your party and walks away. So there you go. So it did work. As you guys can see, it's a very dark place. The idea here, I imagine, is to basically mimic darkness. So if you use like a spell to, like night vision, for example, this looks like the night vision from Oblivion. That's why everything's like purple, you know. I imagine that's why. And also because purple is cool, I imagine. So the idea here is, theoretically, we should be fine. But I also know that there are certain items that I think if I touch them, I'll have to fight them. So let's be very careful here. I'm going to save a lot because I don't remember a whole lot about this place, and one mistake can make the entire level go after you. And there's a lot of traps in these levels too. There's like fireballs that are shot out of walls and stuff like that. So you have to always be on the lookout. So first door. I think these items probably are safe to keep. So extra potion. This one is potion of healing. Alright. Never a bad thing. These right here are the things we need to be concerned about. This hose looks scorched, and the idea is basically because they shoot fire. I don't know why we didn't take damage here. Probably we should have, maybe. Obviously not that I want to take damage, but maybe there's not an activator in this particular hallway. This is going to be the part of the game that I will have to do the most, like just randomly walk around, because that's the nature of these levels. They are very complicated to navigate by design. So we found the stairs, but obviously we're not going to go down yet. It's more a case of the stairs found us and not the opposite. So we have a key, but I don't know if I should open this door here. On the other hand, I might never find this place out again, right? So let's just check really quickly. Yeah, not risking clicking anymore here. Let's check the dwarven key. Doesn't fit. So yeah, we don't have any choices here. This gem right here that we've been holding on to for like, I don't know, 5 episodes maybe, we are going to finally use here on the draw levels. There you go. Extra arrows, not bad. But it's always bad when you, in this game, open a room and don't get a key alongside the treasures in that particular room, because that means that you might have wasted a key, right? So hopefully that's not the case and you can find more keys later. I'm not going to even pretend that I know my way around this place. I don't. So I'm just going to walk around enough just to check enough stuff. Alright, so we cannot obviously fall here. Oh! That's what I was talking about, the fireball. Oh man. Maybe we are supposed to take this on the chin. I don't know. Meaning, to move forward, we might need to take a fireball to the face. So let's test my theory here. Come on, keep moving. Ooh, there you go. Only one is fine. Even though my mage is already pretty low. Come on, Hikaru. There you go. 20, I think is enough. We just need to make sure to never be low enough to like die in one hit. Checking the walls, as always. In this level it's going to be way more annoying to check the walls, because everything looks so samey and dark. But I just love this design of the doors and stuff. And I like the music too, actually. Alright, so this door is locked. No buttons here. No buttons on this side. No buttons here. No buttons in front. On the left, on the right side. Nothing. No one is able to pry this door open, so we can't force it. And also projectiles don't do anything. So there you go, this door is officially out of reach for now. This one also seems to be the same thing, right? So okay. This one probably also. So as you can see, we have a lot of stuff to check. Luckily, the one thing that happened to us that was a net positive, even though it wasn't great, was fighting that many mobs in the last level. So as you guys can see, I clicked on the pressure plate and it opened the place where these creatures were staying. So that's some type of undead. I don't know what that is. He probably paralyzes too, I imagine. A lot of creatures paralyze. Actually, there's even like one of those monsters that like eat iron or steel. I forgot the name of the monster. It's a very common D&D monster, but I don't think is on these levels. It's actually on the levels closer to the Beholder. As you can see, this guy is very strong. Some type of warrior mage. So I don't think I need a robe. To survive here, you have to think a lot about what you're going to do. You can't just like, oh, there's a button, let's press it. Oh, there's a pressure plate, let's tap on it, and so on and so on. Because from now on, any group of enemies can kill you. So if you like facing 3 droves, they can absolutely destroy you because they can paralyze your front lines, and once your fireballs run out, you're done, basically. Oh, so we actually got a scroll of remove paralysis. That's very useful. The good part is that if you are paralyzed, you can actually still move around with your characters. So that means that if you're paralyzed, but you have space to run or enter a room, you can do that. And then use remove paralysis, sorry. And then you can go back. So I'm actually going to heal my front line here a little bit. Let's heal Anya here. Because we received a fireball to the face early, so she is already at half health here. Hopefully this is good enough. So we probably open on one extra door here, so there might be an extra enemy. There you go. Ooh. I'm actually going to back away just to make sure that I don't get ambushed here. Where is the guy? What's happening is that like my cleric and my paladin, they are using their powers to... I actually don't even know how to say this in English, but they are forcing the undeads away from us. Some sort of like expulsion or something like that. I forgot the name of that in English, so I apologize. Okay, so he moved to the other side, clearly. Just checking the walls, as always. Always check the walls. There you go. I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you guys about I wanted to have 2 clerics. So this is the second cleric right here. These bones here. This is not guesswork, obviously. If there's a grail near the body, you can imagine that is a cleric, right? Then we would need to go back. We're not going to go back now, I think. Or maybe we should. I actually don't even know if it's a good idea. But to be honest, I don't even know if I could ever be able to go back here. So as you can see, he's kind of running away from us. We need to hit them. There you go. So now he's going to focus on us. I'm going to cast a fireball here. This guy is dangerous enough, I would say. As you guys can see, he's hitting Anya very hard here. Damn it. So bad. Ooh, there you go. So, long sword. I don't know if that's better than the axe. Maybe. Could be cursed. So, man, I need that orb of knowledge. Probably one or two of these rings are like protection rings. So they could help me like get hit less. Avoid some of these attacks. Okay, so since I've done all of this section here, so it's safe to rest here. So let's rest. So as I said, in these levels here, you never overextend. So you never stray away too far, or you like never go like a period of time, or never like forget to use the create food spell, for example, or something like that. You basically never do too much. You always do little by little. Some sections here, some sections there. You fight once, then oh, I forgot this was the fireball corridor. Luckily I did it fast by accident. Always careful to not fall in like random holes and stuff. Alright, so a new type of shield. I don't know if it's better than the old ones that I have, so right now doesn't matter. Okay. So this part is pretty much done. It's closed off, so I have no idea if I'm like coming or going. I'm just moving forward, basically. Just like soldiering on here. Alright, so checking the walls again. I need to find the scroll for the, I think it's Cone of Cold, the spell of the 4th circle for the mage. Because we are basically wasting two daily spells, two spells that we could memorize. So we have one door on this side, another door here. So let's start with this door right here. Okay, so we can only open this door from that side. We have a key. I don't know if I should use the key here, but it's the same question that I've asked on the last door. Oh, so this go up. Oh, if this goes up, this might be the place in which I get the next stone relic. Let's see. So as you can see, that's quite a contrast. There you go. That's what I needed. So now we have like 5 already. That's excellent. Because that's the one item we can't do without. So we need to have these teleporters. Okay, so that was a very well spent key here. So let's check this other door here. Oh, sure. So, alright. I'm going to test my theory right here. So as you can see, he's not attacking me, and he's not going to. This is not one of those zombies. This is a drow, a night elf. Oh, World of Warcraft. This is a drow, a dark elf. So we bribed them, so they should leave us alone here. But I am going to save because I don't know if I can like touch this loot pile here without them like bothering me. I'm going to assume that I can, but probably I can't. So let's see. Alright, still fine. So let's touch it again. Necklace. Alright, seems to be non-responsive. Let's just say he seems like disinterested by what we're doing here, which is weird. If he is in this room for like safety reasons, say he's like guarding these items right here, he should react, right? But actually, I have some scrolls here. Let me just check. No. Maybe like I got the scroll somewhere and I didn't pay attention. So I have to remember to never attack these guys here, at least in this level. Later on might be like unavoidable. I might have to fight them. And yeah, it can like look like a waste of XP, but these guys are so extremely annoying to fight, especially when in groups, that I would rather avoid it and lose the XP instead of like fighting this entire level. Okay, nothing here. I'm still trying to remember the name of the skill that like keeps the undead away, like expunge undead or something like that. Okay, this is probably going to take us back to close to the beginning, so we cannot go through here, obviously. Alright, pressure plate. You know what to do when you see a pressure plate? You save the game. There you go. So as I said, I'm playing on an emulator here, but I'm not going to use my emulator saves during the playthrough, just when I finish each part. Oh my god. So this entire corridor here is going to be basically a bunch of fireworks here. So they are attacking me here, as you can see. There you go, two are paralyzed. Alright, there's no need to get desperate here because I'm just saved. But so my theory is correct. I am not supposed to go through these corridors here. This is the part of the level that is basically out of bounds for us. It's not on the deal, basically. I don't remember if there's something like really important here, but the only important items in the game, as I said, are the stone relics. So I'm not going to push my luck here and fight the entire level. I'm going to let it be. Hopefully this doesn't cause problems later. But I'd rather keep the deal in place. Alright, so he's still not attacking us, so the key is not to trigger those... What's the name? Pressure plates, yes. I forgot for a second. Alright, so this is the place that I opened to get the stone ring, so let's check this side now. Alright, so they are still not moving. There you go. So you kind of walk around. So as you can see, there's a scroll in the back, and I am positive that this might be a pretty good scroll. There's a few resurrection scrolls here, but I don't know if it's like, if they are actually right here in this level. So what you do if you want to check something, you save. So I'm going to save again. I'm going to just try to kill this dude as fast as possible just to check it. And if it isn't anything important, we'll just let it be. There you go. Oh. Quickly. Create food. Okay, this is completely useless for us. So there you go. The only thing that we could... Actually, there's two things that I would be willing to like fight for down here, which are the resurrection scrolls and a cone of cold, a mage scroll. These are the only two things. Other than those two, there's no reason to fight for anything here. So I'm going to just completely avoid it. Okay. We probably are already ready to either go back up or go down. So this is the fireball room. So this is probably going to be closed off, yes. So I still remember this part. So as you can see, I'm already kind of lost here. This place is a very complicated, has a very complicated layout. Doesn't help you at all. I explained before how I do it to remember in this game. It's basically just landmarks, but these levels have barely any kind of like memorable spot. So this is where I wasted the first key on the arrows, so I am very close to the entrance here. So there's the stairs to the next level, but we are actually going to not going to go down yet, because I really want to go back and get my extra cleric. So there you go, we're back. Oh, did you guys miss me or not? My man. So there you go, the magic item is already doing a lot of work here. Obviously he's hitting less in those like undead-like creatures we fought just a few minutes ago, because probably their armor class is lower, so it's hard to hit them. Alright. Oh, there's another guy. My god. These guys just never give up. Relentless. Alright. So we should be good here. You can stay right here. Okay, so let's just try to move as quickly as possible. I actually can use the teleporter, I think. Probably. Where? Came from this side, yeah. But the problem is, to use the teleporter, I need to face the teleporter and stop in front of it while I look for the correct item. And I don't want to do this here at all. I'm already having to do this to get my arrows back here, and it's already giving me some bad war flashbacks here. So I'm going to just go back in the traditional way. Okay, so we open the door here. There you go. Okay. So this is going to take us back to the portal room, right? Yes. So let's try to go back to the starting location. This is the starting location. There's one of these walls, yes. So I'm not supposed to fall down here, right? There you go. The main reason to get the cleric like early is basically to level up with him or her. I don't remember if it's a guy or if it's a girl, actually. The earlier we can switch, the better. I actually like Daegor a lot, but he's going to have to go, unfortunately. Okay. Thank you. This guy is always wishing us luck in our travels. It's like WWE. We wish you luck in your future endeavors, right? For the wrestling fans out there. Alright, so I have to be very careful with his items here because he's the one that's bearing our most important possessions here. So I think when you make the switch, the items just get transferred or maybe dropped on the ground or something like that. I am not going to risk that at all. I don't see any reason to risk that, so I'm not going to just trust my memory here. So the idea is I rest the person, then the game will prompt me to choose which member of the party I want to replace. Daegor is a dwarf precisely from this group of dwarves that is hiding out here. So he's basically home. So I don't think there's any real harm in choosing him. Lore-wise. Gameplay-wise, I just don't need an extra warrior. So there you go. Last item, alright. So thank you for your services, sir. Alright. Resurrect. Damn. That was a mistake. Yes. That was a huge mistake. So I replaced. Obviously I'm not going to get this guy. I don't need another thief, even though his dexterity is obscene. 19, as you can see. Because it's a halfling, right? I dropped the bones too, as you guys can see. So I apologize for that. That was just dumb. I obviously should have taken the bones to the cleric, right? How he's going to rest somebody without the bones is impossible, right? So alright, since it's saved, I'm going to just test the theory to see if it's possible to just rest the person and not lose anything. Alright, resurrect. Illyria. So he's a lady. So Illyria looks about jubilant, so she's very happy, I imagine. May the gods be praised. I am Sister Illyria. Oh, so she's a sister actually. So I journeyed with my comrades into these dungeons to fight evil and bring good. But we were overwhelmed, sure. And most of us were destroyed. I see that because of my faith, I have been given another chance, not really, to carry on my mission of good. May I accompany you? My abilities to heal the wounded could be of great help. Sure, absolutely. So she joins. You may only have 6 characters in your party. So Tagor, there you go. So he really, the items are really on the ground. So she's level 6. Our folks here are mainly level 7. Yeah. So she's just a little bit behind. Her wisdom sucks, as you can see. Her wisdom is 9, so she's not going to have like extra spells or anything like that. But I don't care, to be honest. Just having an extra cleric makes like a huge difference, especially when you rest. So you can basically like dump all of the bad spells on her like petition spells that she's going to memorize, because since she's not our main one, we can like just have her like create food and do stuff like that, while the main one memorizes more important spells. So we need to check, be very careful here to see if we have all the items. So we have the dagger, we have the medallion, here's the ring, more potions. So Illyria or something like that, I don't know how to pronounce that. We have the scepter, she can't use this. We have, there you go. So this is the medallion, this is the necklace. So we had 5. So I think that's correct. Okay. So I believe we had 5. I should have counted before, right? But I am almost like 100% sure. Just rechecking here. Sure. The reason why I'm not using any of my wands is because I don't know what each one does yet. Obviously you can test, but then you'll be wasting a charge, right? So I'm avoiding doing that. So some more cure light wounds. I'm going to get a couple of slow poisons just in case, and a hold person just in case also. 1 create food and 1 remove paralysis. That's it. She's not in the level that our cleric is yet. So I'm going to just remove this create food here. And our cleric is going to exclusively remove paralysis in this level here. Yes. When I play like Pillars of Eternity or games like that, I always like to have like 2 druids or 2 clerics, or always two of the casters that have like, this is our items that we dropped here before. 2 casters that can like basically use a bunch of like useful spells, but not necessarily damage spells or something like that. Just some extra healing, some extra buffing, things like that. So I'm going to actually finish this episode right here. So in the next episode I'm going to just walk down, and we are going to start the episode already on the draw level. So we just came back here, we just got our second cleric. So hopefully this was a good decision, but Tagor back here wasn't doing a whole lot anyway. So having an extra cleric hopefully is pretty good. So I'm going to just rest here a little bit to get the spells back. But basically that's it, guys. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.